Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I have a interesting video on a very cool knife that is soon to be released. Occasionally I get knives from either makers or companies, and they just want feedback. You know, just, hey, what do you think of it? What are some good things, some bad things? Sometimes they take the criticism and they change design. Sometimes they do nothing and just release a knife as is. But it's always nice to be, you know, asked for opinions. And more times than not, when I get a knife before it's actually released to the public, you guys never see it. I'm just giving feedback and that's it. There's no reviews or anything like that. And then on occasion, sometimes I will hang on to the knife long enough to use it and eventually review it. But in this case, I got a hold of a E-Volve Minuteman. And E-Volve is a sub-branding from BRS, and basically this is a line of knives to focus on folders. Obviously, BRS, or Blade Runner Systems, is very well known in the balisong community. They make very nice high-end balisongs. Kind of a staple, you know, besides Benchmade, BRS is what's talked about. It's what people grab, they use, they love, they learn how to flip with them. Very nice balisongs. But they've tested the waters in the past with some folding knives, little fixed blades and such, and it's going over very well. So they want to expand the company and grow, and they're doing that with the E-Volve line. So this one is a collaboration between BRS and BVK, BVK standing for Blackstone Valley Knife Works. So let's take a closer look at the knife here. If you guys are familiar with the BVK Minuteman, you'll notice that the blade is pretty much identical in design. They had a couple different versions of the handle styles. There is one version that's similar to this, but not quite the same. All right, so this is unique to the E-Volve line. And the original one from BVK was USA made, and they were sporting, I think, a 154 cm. These are made overseas in China. It is marked on the blade, of course, for transparency. But there's a steel upgrade to S35VN, which in my opinion is a huge upgrade. I happen to really like S35VN. Nothing wrong with 154, used on plenty of production knives out there, even customs. It's a great steel, but this is better. So it's a little bit better steel, a little bit cheaper price tag, and the quality standards are extremely high. I don't know exactly what facility they're using overseas, but wherever they're doing it just like these other, brands that are pumping out amazing stuff like Reet, and a few others. I mean, it's just, it really is amazing, the quality standards that are coming out of these Chinese factories. Of course, not all factories, but just, I guess a select few over there are just doing it right. But anyway, before I get into the details of the knife, just want to show you real quick what it came in. So we have a sleeve here for the box. And we have this kind of, it's almost like a hard shell, but it's not plastic. It's, well, I guess it is plastic, but it's soft. It's just not a hard case. Looks like kind of aluminum or something, but zipper case. And of course, just our foam insert here. Keeps the knife from moving around and stuff. But a few goodies underneath the foam. See the business card here for E-Volve. Check it out. Obviously still through BRS. And by the way, when this knife is released, it will be released, I believe, besides BRS's website, Blade HQ is going to have it, and I think Knife Center is going to carry this as well. So we have a BRS sticker, it's very cool, and also the E-Volve sticker, which is nice. And this is coming with a little cloth, branded E-Volve. All right, so you can wipe down your blade and stuff. But in this case, you don't really need to wipe it down because this one has a black wash. Actually, black wash is all around. So let's get into more about the knife itself. All right, some quick specs. This has a 3.2-inch blade. All right, as you can see, this is a Wharncliffe blade. At least that's what I would call it. Reverse Tanto, or modified Wharncliffe, I guess. It is a titanium Framelock. As you can see, there's the lockup. All right, no play in any direction whatsoever. All right, there's the centering, which is perfect. All right, this does not have a flipper or anything. It has a very strong detent. So you can flip it out. You can see there's kind of a oblong, keyhole, let's call it, space in the blade to open it. How I've actually been opening this is like this, with my thumb and middle finger, just pinching it. And once I pop that detent, just bring the thumb up. You can flip this open, but instead of going up on an angle like I'm used to, I have to basically go straight out. All right, when you go straight out, it does pop out. You can't get it pop out with some force. So it does flip open fine. It's just a different angle I'm not used to. And a lot of these knives, I mean, I'm so used to flippers now, they're just running rampant. But it's actually pretty nice to see, you know, a new design that's not a flipper, because not everyone's into flippers. In fact, there's a good chunk of the community that do not like them. So very interesting, but I've had no problems at all just opening it like that. But yeah, lockup's great. Attention to detail is awesome. I mean, this is up there. You know what this kind of reminds me of is the Custom Knife Factory's T90. If you took the quality in that knife, which is way more expensive than this one, and just changed the design a little bit, that's essentially what we have here. Same type of deal. I mean, that knife happened to be all black wash as well. Maybe that's why it also reminds me of it. But you still, it's very, very similar in a lot of ways. Has kind of an industrial, mechanical feel to it. But everything is kind of contoured and chamfered, and it's just super smooth, super comfortable. There is jimping down here in your lock bar, so it's very easy to push that over. Okay, it facilitates a lot of grip here. You're not going to slip or anything. Super, super smooth. And drop this bar, make sure I don't cut myself. You can see this thing just swinging. I mean, it's like it's running on glass. Also very nice detent. Like I said, kind of a stronger detent. It's not going to open up in the pocket or anything. Carries very nicely. It is swappable for the pocket clip position. And of course, as you see it, how most people like it, tip up, right side carry, which is very cool. It's just really nice. I mean, it's super sharp, holds a great edge thus far. Of course, I've only had it for 2 days, but I'm pretty satisfied with S35VN as a whole. Obviously, you know, different manufacturers, heat treat, that's going to vary a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm super impressed with this. It is really, really nice. Something as simple as the little detail on the, you know, cutout in the spacer here. Just nice. Like I said, very T90-esque. Not in the design, but just in the overall feel. Now, retail for this, or MSRP, is going to be $190. And I believe the handful that are on Amazon are right now at $190. Don't know the exact price that's going to be released, you know, on the sites. It might still be $190, might be a little bit less. We'll have to wait and see. Only markings on here, of course, again, just a little China right there. So you know the origin of manufacturer, and then of course the E-Volve logo on the pocket clip. Other than that, pretty sterile. You know, which again, a lot of people like. Not a lot of people like a bunch of words and all kinds of stuff all over the knives. But yeah, pretty cool. Very impressive. After, you know, getting this and playing around with it a little bit, I'm very excited for the future of BRS. I mean, the battle songs are awesome, and they're going to continue to do, you know, all new stuff as well. You know, doing this Evolve line is not taking away from their battle song line. They're still going to come out with new stuff. They're still going to come out with different versions and limited editions and all that kind of stuff. It's just an addition to the company. It's growing. So there's my thoughts and opinions after owning this for 2 days. It's quite impressive for the sub $200 price tag. It may be less. I don't know. We'll see. It is pretty impressive, and overall, just very excited for BRS as a company and E-Volve, which is this new you know, subdivision. Can't wait to see what the future holds. I mean, BRS has totally taken over the battle song community by storm. I mean, you know, 10, 15 years ago, Benchmade, that was it. Occasionally people talk about Microtech, you know, tack-in, or, you know, a couple things here and there. Obviously, like Bradley, when the Chimeras popped out, that was a big thing, because it was new. There's not that many different battle songs in the marketplace, right? But when BRS hit the scene and they started pumping out these models, it became a staple. You know, I grew up with, hey, you want a good battle song? Get a Benchmade. Now kids are growing up with, hey, you want a good battle song? Get a BRS. So it's pretty amazing how much they've impacted the community in that particular knife design. And it's very cool to see them grow just as a company and spread out and do stuff like this. Some interesting folders. So yeah, I think it'll be a success. I think it'll be pretty popular. But we'll wait and see. If you guys eventually get one, come back to the video, post a comment, let me know what you think of yours. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.